Gratitude. If you're watching this video, you're probably in a very small percentage of the world that has much more than they need. So some gratitude is not just needed, it's bloody polite. I'm saying something bad. Come closer, my children, for today I'm in full guru mode, as I'm going to be talking about one of the cornerstones of men's personal development. And I'm prepared. I've got my white sage, big pile of journals here. Guess what we're talking about? Yes, you've guessed it, gratitude. It's probably the most cliched thing that gets talked about within personal development, new age things, the need for gratitude. But I've got to hand it to them. It's important. It's really, really, really important. I'm not big on the whole manifestation stuff. So, you know, I don't really believe it in terms of like the woo-woo. It invites more into your life. But I'll tell you what I think it does do, and I'll tell you why I think gratitude is really important to do regularly on your personal development journey. Even gratitude journals, yes, they work. Taking time every day to be grateful works, yeah, for a number of reasons. Like, one, it's not kind of some magic way of making the world seem perfect, right? But it's letting us know there are some bits in it that are working. And that's important because we have this problem-solving machine and it's constantly looking for the problems. You know, so it's like if I say to you, red, 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 all you're going to see is red. If I say to you, think red, 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 you go, now, what was green in the room? You ain't going to notice what was green in the room. And that's the same with gratitude. We have to take time to acknowledge what is working. That doesn't mean we don't look at what isn't working and we don't work hard on improving what isn't working. But if we keep looking at what isn't working over and over and over and over again without taking time to smell the roses of what is working, we can get old and bitter very quick. And we can miss it. We can miss whatever's working. Think about it. Have you ever had times in your life where you look back on it now and you think, oh my God, they were brilliant days? Half the time, we didn't know they were brilliant days at the time. Half the days I was wishing I was somewhere else. Right? I spent the 90s wishing I was in the 60s. And now everyone's like, look how great the 90s were. And they were right. The 90s were fantastic. Right? Had I taken time to be grateful and seen what was going on around me, I would have enjoyed it more. So taking time to be grateful actually trains our mind to have an abundance mindset, right? And that's really important because success, if we're striving for success, that can make us greedy. We can get obsessed on more development, more enlightenment, more money, whatever it is you want more of. When we're pushing more and more and more and looking further and further and further into the future, we're subconsciously telling ourselves that us right now is not okay, that we're not okay as we are, and we start to get demoralized. So it's a way of energizing ourselves, right? By taking an honest look and seeing what is working now. So gratitude's massively important. You know, gratitude for, you know, I have the means to go on a program I want to go on. I'm not hungry today. I've got people around me who support me, right? I'm living in a time in history where, I don't know, it was only I read a thing recently, 400 years ago, it was more unusual for a man to die not having killed another man than it was not to have. Can you imagine living like that? Right? I'm grateful I don't have to live like that. Right? And so, just to reiterate, gratitude is not some, you know, woo-woo, blind faith way of saying everything's perfect, everything's perfect, everything's perfect, everything's perfect. It's a way of saying, you know what, work needs to be done, but this bit is really good. I am doing really well. It's a moment of celebration. And there's only so long we can go without celebration before it becomes disheartening. And when it becomes disheartening, we lose energy. And when we lose energy, we stop being active. And when we stop being active, we stop getting results. When we stop getting the results, we stop getting feedback. And when we stop getting the feedback, we stop doing it. And we give up. So take a look around you now. Just think about 5 things you could be grateful for right now. Let me think. 5 things I could be grateful for right now. I'm still with my wife, who had many, many reasons to leave me, but believed in me. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my son. I have a son who's sitting downstairs right now, healthy and happy. And believe me, I'm grateful for that, because I had one that ain't. Right? So I know how lucky I am. You know, I'm grateful that I have my friend Tony, who helps with all of this, helps with this filming and editing. He'll be editing this film. How lucky am I to have that? How lucky am I to be in a time where I can get a camera, put it in front of me here, and speak directly to you in your home, right? How many people are going to see this video? I mean, hundreds of millions, but it could be 100, right? If I'm lucky, right? But, you know, there's something to be grateful for. Even if 100 people watch this video, I need to be grateful for that. Because think about it, we put a video out, as we do YouTube and stuff, you get 100 views on it, you think, oh my God, I'm failing. If I was to do a talk about this, about gratitude somewhere, and 100 people turned up, I'd be thinking this is an amazing day, right? So gratitude, there's an example of how gratitude puts me in the right perspective. Because rather than becoming dejected because I get 100 views and thinking I'm not going to bother that before, if I'm grateful, I think, bloody hell, 100 people listen to what I have to say, right? And oh my God, 4 of those people could be bothered to stop scrolling for 5 minutes and leave a comment. Now, how amazing would that be? How amazing would that be if you were at an event, 100 people turned up, 4 of them waited behind to come up and give you some feedback? So gratitude shifts our perspective. So when we're going through a men's personal development, the doing the work journey, which is hard enough to do, we have to take time to be grateful for what we have, for the lessons we've learned, for the progress we've made so far. Because otherwise, we can just move into focusing on what isn't there and what isn't right. And there's a lot of that, right? It's a long journey. So you need all the fuel you can get. And, you know, as much as I started off joking, right, about it being woo-woo and hippie stuff, it ain't. Gratitude is a surefire way to change your state and mood in a moment. If you're feeling sad, just write down 3 things to be grateful for. If you feel like you've got nothing, write a list of the things you have. You'll be surprised how much you have. Most of us are blessed to be in a position where we have so much more than we need. If you're watching this video, you're probably in a very small percentage of the world that has much more than they need. So some gratitude is not just needed, it's bloody polite, right? We should be grateful for that. It's not easy to maintain that. A lot of people suffered to do that. So let's get grateful. And that helps us sharpen our energies on what isn't working. And it helps us give the energy to fight that fight. You can't fight dragons all the time. You can't fight dragons all day, every day. Sometimes you have to take a little bit of time to go. Sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. Birds are singing. The sun is shining. What more could we want? As Ben Reimers once said, rest in peace. See you all soon. Keep connected, keep doing the work. And just a reminder, if you like this, send it to someone. You know, I want to see how much we can pass on. This is what we're doing here. All right, take care. See you soon.